Well, hello, good morning. Thought I'd make a video this morning. I don't really know what all I'm going to talk about. Just kind of wanted to. I haven't seen my son in 13 years, over 13 years. And this isn't an attempt to communicate with my son in any way. I'm not allowed to do that, which is ridiculous because I've never hurt my kid in any way. I've never been accused of hurting my kid. I've never been charged with hurting my kid in any way, shape, or form. And yet for over 13 years, I haven't been allowed to tell him I love him. I just want to say also that I'm not suicidal or anything. Like I've done a lot of therapy and I've come to be able to just accept things the way they are. And if I can't see my son, then I guess that means I got to wait till he's 18. But I will be in his life one day. And I love him very much. If he does see this, I don't know how he would or why he would, but maybe in the future one day he might see this. And I don't know why I haven't been making videos to my son, for the last 13 years, but I just haven't. I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk about, to be honest with you, and I don't really know, want to overshare, don't know what to share, don't know what to say, I just, I've been in family court. I haven't had a lawyer up until this past year or whatever recently, and even having a lawyer, that still didn't matter. She had a better lawyer, and the last time I was in family court, the family court judge told a little girl that was allegedly being molested that children are not to be believed. And it was very triggering for me because I have PTSD. I was molested when I was a kid, and luckily my mom caught the fucker in the action of molesting me, so it wasn't a matter of me being believed and children are not to be believed and whatever fucking stupid kind of bullshit that is. I don't really know. Only a pedophile would say some shit like that, in my opinion. But anyways, I was the next court hearing after that, and my attorney didn't show up because I paid this guy $3,500 to represent me, and he backed out on me after 2 hearings, and so I was stuck in court with no attorney, hearing a judge tell a little girl that children aren't believed to be believed when they're being molested, and then here I am next, and the judge said my therapist letter was biased or some shit, and I was like, man, fuck you, dude. Go fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit, man. What the fuck do you mean my therapist letter is biased? And and so I ended up cussing out the other attorney and cussing out the judge and left the hearing, and the judge ruled against me and issued a permanent no custody order or whatever. He didn't terminate my rights. He never said your rights are terminated. He just said that there's a permanent no custody order, which is basically the same fucking thing, I guess. I don't know. So I tried to go back this year after I did a shitload of fucking therapy, 2 years of therapy, EMDR therapy, and quite frankly, I feel better than I have in a long time. And apparently, buying a house and taking care of 3 animals and being mentally and financially stable and all of that stuff isn't a change in circumstances big enough to rate visitation. So I don't know. So anyways, I've been fighting for you, kiddo. I love you, and I do want to see you, and one day I'll see you. And one day maybe I'll get to explain everything to you that happened, and the whole journey that from me being homeless and being a homeless veteran to being a homeowner now. And the reason I say I'm not suicidal is because the other day I got 5 phone calls one day from the crisis hotline asking me if I was suicidal because I made a comment on I'm a veteran, a 100% service-connected disabled veteran, and I made a comment on the Secretary of Veterans Affairs post on Twitter, basically calling out his lies. He said wait times are down under Trump and his administration and all this bullshit, and that's a lie. At my local clinic, at the Santa Rosa Clinic, it's like a 3-month wait time to get a mental health appointment. And yes, I know about community care. If you have to wait more than 45 days, you can go in community care and get an appointment. But still, 45 days, 3 months, like these are unacceptable wait times for people with mental health problems, you know. And so, anyways, I made a comment on his post, and next thing you know, like the Veterans Crisis Line is calling me, and the VA is calling me, and all these people are calling me, and I'm like, I had mental health therapy. I'm just telling you what I was told when they called me, or when I called them to get a mental health appointment. They told me it would be 3 months. I made like calls. I called my congressman. I called the patient advocate, and I was like, this is unacceptable. I got an appointment sooner. You know, I'm the squeaky wheel. So they say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I get the grease because I squeak, because I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm going to get my care, and, you know, and hopefully like other people can be as good of an advocate for themselves as I am for myself, because you're your own best advocate. And so if you're not going to advocate for yourself, then who else is going to advocate for you? So anyways, so there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, in the Middle East and Venezuela. Trump just committed a war crime and kidnapped the duly elected leader of Venezuela. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, imagine if he can do that to him, they can just do it to anybody, I guess, right? I mean, they're killing fishermen in Venezuela, calling them drug traffickers and shit. And one of the boats washed up with marijuana on it, and marijuana's legal in like 40 something states in America now or something. So, you know, it's just, they call me a terrorist, I guess, because I'm Antifa, even though there's no such organization as Antifa. And even though I believe in nonviolence and peaceful protesting and nonviolent direct action to change things. And I'm a democratic socialist, so I believe in democracy. I believe in voting. I believe in the Constitution. We can change the Constitution, obviously, but like I'm a veteran, so like I swore an oath to the Constitution, so that's never changed. Yeah, so I don't know. Apparently, they said something a few months back about a couple months back, 2 or 3 months back. They said that they were going to start doing the same thing to domestic terrorists that they're doing to the fishermen in Venezuela. So, like, are they going to come kill me? I don't know. So I figured I'd make a video, like, just in case, because I'm not suicidal. If anything happens to me, like, ask questions. Not that I'm that important or anything. I don't think I'm that important. I mean, I've only got like 50 Twitter followers or something crazy, you know. So like, I don't think I'm that important. But I was important enough for them to do a smear campaign against me in 2014 when I got arrested 3 times in 10 days for filming Black Lives Matter protests in Berkeley and Oakland. They were peaceful protests, and these police fucking terrorists are like shooting chemical weapons at them and like shooting. They had live rounds pointed at me and shit. Like, there's a video from AJ Plus with me in it that shows them arresting me, and I got arrested 2 times in the same night, 3 times in 10 days. They assaulted my service dog. They threatened to kill my service dog. They threatened to euthanize her. Thankfully, a buddy of mine in Seattle, like near Seattle, sent some people to come get the dog out of the animal shelter so they didn't kill my dog. But that was pretty traumatic. I actually did try to commit suicide. So like, I'm not suicidal though. I did that once, and I'm not gonna do that again. But anyways, yeah, so they fucked me up. They tortured me for like, I don't know, probably 30, 45 days, took my home. I had a van that I had converted into like a little living space. Me and my service dog lived in my van, and, I got ticketed for being a homeless veteran for living in my van. There's a story on the Huffington Post if you want to look it up. Don't believe everything you read about me on the internet, because like I said, there was a smear campaign conducted against me. So like there's stories up there calling me stolen valor and calling me a pretend trauma survivor and shit like that. And like, I'm not probably going to talk about my trauma on here, just because I don't really talk about my trauma to strangers too much. I talk about my trauma with my therapist and people that I love and care about that know me, and yeah. So I've been through a lot of shit, and obviously like I would have to be like win an Oscar to be faking all of this shit for like 20, 30 years and having dozens of mental health professionals and doctors and whatever like diagnose me with the same shit and whatever. So I mean like yeah, it must be pretty good. So I should be making millions of dollars on the big screen with Hollywood. Woo! So anyways, I don't know why I'm making this video. Mostly because I wanted to tell my kid that I love him. I doubt he'll see this anytime soon, but I'll probably show it to him when he gets 18 or whenever I meet him. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully we both live to be that old, and who knows, because life is short, and people die, and people get in car accidents, and I mean, random people get shot by random people in this fucking country because no one's safe really. So yeah, anyways, we need to do something about the guns. I mean, I support the Second Amendment, but I mean, like, like having weapons of war. I've never been to combat, so like I've shot like pretty much every weapon in the military. Not every weapon, obviously, but like machine guns and grenade launchers and rocket launchers and I don't know, M16s and shit like that, but yeah, I don't think we need stuff like that in the hands of just regular everyday citizens. I mean, if we were at war or if we were being invaded or something and we needed to hand them out, that's kind of a different story. But I don't think people need to just own them. Got people shooting up schools, and it's like we have mass shootings several times a day. It barely makes the news anymore. So we need to do something about all that. So I don't know. Anyways, just wanted to say hi, and I love you, kiddo, and thank you all for watching my channel. And I don't know, if you have any questions, you can feel free to comment, and I don't know, maybe I'll respond.